Why is it all the time when you get on a plane, when someone passes gas, it always smells the same? Seriously.
They go buy you cassettes, and then later, 30 minutes later, we're the devil, and they're going to have a record burning in the back.
Live from Lakeland, Florida, it's the Jeff Adams Show. Starring Jeff Adams.
You can't get more Alabama than that, man. What was up with that, Bubba Bowinger?
Oh, now he hung up on you, dude.
It doesn't mean you give up. It means you carry on. If it's really a passion in your heart, you're going to continue to do it because you love to do it.
Jeff has a serious bathroom phobia.
Yeah, even my own kids, my son.
It's because you've got all that negative energy around your bathroom phobia. Like, it attracts bad scenes. You know what I mean?
I don't make this stuff up. I don't make it up.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by...
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Sean hasn't discovered Audible.com yet. He uses his smartphone mostly for social media, where he's become quite skilled in abbreviated communicating. Sean thought this skill would be good to demonstrate to a potential employer who inquired about his spare time. OMG, I totes heart soch mead. Hire me, lols. Don't be like unemployed Sean. Use your smartphone smarter. Try one of the hundreds of thousands of titles at Audible.com, an Amazon company.
The Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Yes, it is. I cannot believe it. It's our first Monday of the Jeff Adams Show. Lots of jitters, I guess. But I used to do the show a long time ago on a Monday. We first started the show, we did it on Mondays. And lo and behold, we continue to grow doing this show. And excited to be here. Lots to talk about today here at the show. I had one of those days where I didn't really feel like doing the show. Just kind of wake up and you're kind of read the news and what's going on in the world and just kind of like, ugh. But we have hope. We have hope in tomorrow. We have hope in today. We can choose to have a better perspective on life and how we take it in. And a lot of that hope is based on your faith with the Lord. But Mondays here at the Jeff Adams Show are going to be, we're known as a comedy show, but Mondays are going to be a little serious. We're going to talk about serious things, what's going on in the world, heavy topics that deal with a lot of us in general. It's going to be very, very important on Mondays. If you don't want to listen, understand that completely, but I feel just in my spirit that I'm supposed to inform and encourage people in these dark times that we're living in. So, you don't like that, then catch us on Tuesdays through Fridays. Should get a little bit better. But Mondays are going to be really serious for us here at the Jeff Adams Show. It's just our obligation. We've got to be real and completely transparent because we have to talk about these things. We can't keep them inside of ourselves. We have to be open about them. We have to be clear and understand that we're in this together. We are. But we need to communicate. We need to let our things out. That's why social media can be poisonous and a good thing too sometimes, because we just kind of say whatever we want to say and people just like, I don't want to hear that. I'm in a great mood. That person is in a bad mood. But Mondays, we're going to talk about deep things, political, spiritual, you name it, controversy, things that are just everywhere. But there is hope. There will be hope on this show. So I hope you enjoy the Jeff Adams shows on Mondays. It's going to be fantastic. So excited about this. So excited. Let's get to it. So anyways, we got this new phone system thanks to Backbone Radio Network. They supply our phone lines here. It's a fantastic service that they provide for us. You can call in at 818-927-6205. Make sure you turn down, your computer, whatever you're watching on, so we're able to hear you properly and communicate with you effectively. That's always the key. So we're going to try this one more time with Higgs. Is Higgs ready to go? All right, Higgs, you there? Higgs, are you there? Hello, Higgs.
Hello.
Are you there, Higgs?
I heard him.
Can you hear me, Higgs? Hello.
You hung up on me, man.
No, I'm right here. We can hear you.
Oh, I didn't hang up.
No, we can hear you, sir.
Take it, Chris.
All right, I'll take it. Hey, can you hear me? No. I'll talk to him off air then.
All right. So, anyways, if you guys are paying attention to the news, which is a lot going on, not really on a Monday, but basically, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I don't know if you heard about Creflo Dollar's ministry. I guess on Friday, he asked his congregation, about 200,000 people to commit to sow $300 or more to achieve a purpose of acquiring a G650 airplane. And I guess the airplane cost around $60 million. They reported. I guess the total amount he's asking for is $60 million, but the reported cost on the jet is $65 million, which is insane. Chris, crazy thing about that is, I don't know if I've actually been to his church before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, an artist I used to manage, he was signed to a record deal there. And this church is insane. I mean, it's in a bad part of the, area of Atlanta.
Okay.
But I had to walk through. I mean, when you go through the doors, you have to walk through like you're going through airport security.
Oh, really?
You have to drop your keys in.
So this is going to the church?
Yes. It's going directly to the church. You have to drop your keys in, do that whole deal. And it's not good, man. I felt like I was, I thought I was at the airport. I didn't understand it. But I guess I do understand it. And I'll get to the point about the airplane. I'm not going to go bash Creflo Dollar. I know his wife, Taffy Dollar. But it was weird when I went through there because I understand now why I did it. Because a few months after that, after I was kind of like, that was odd. Why did it happen? I guess a guy walked in. He was part of the staff. He actually ended up shooting 2 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just a really, really bad neighborhood. So I understand why they have that security thing. Now, onto the airplane thing. I'm not too sure why in the world he needs this jet to, reportedly his view was to go spread the gospel.
Well, last time I checked, don't we have internet?
I believe so, yeah.
Couldn't you do that effectively and the same amount of probably less work?
Less work, but I guess people still want to have the physical, relational people, someone on a stage, I guess. I mean, you know what? There's nothing wrong with getting a jet. But when you ask your congregation for $65 million to go do this on their, on a church's dime, if you've got the money, go do it.
Now, did you see how he broke it up? How he broke it up, the numbers for the congregation?
Yeah. I read it when you were on the thing, $300 or more.
That is
to
crazy.
help achieve 200,000 people. But now, CNN is reporting this too. They said the video He posted this on a Friday morning. The video was taken down Friday night.
Yep.
You know, and that's the thing. If you've got the money yourself, if you're wealthy, go buy yourself a plane. But when you're asking your congregation, when there's so much going on in the world that needs to be taken care of, you know, feeding the homeless, you know, there's tribes in Africa that haven't heard the gospel yet. I've got relatives over there that are translating the Bible now to tribes that are living in the tribes. Those people, I could take $65 million and spend it a little bit somewhere else. But I'm not Creflo Dollar. I don't understand why he needs that plane. From my understanding, the reason he asked for the plane because of the video it was based on, he was en route to Australia on his private plane, and one of the engines went out. It was a 30-year-old something airplane that went out, and the engine went out. It shook him up, but they've been using the same plane for 30 years.
So they already have a plane.
Yeah, they've already have a plane, but it's 30 years old.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Why do you need a $65 million jet when you already have a jet? You can get a decent jet, and I kid you not, for, $500,000 that fits, 6 or 7, 8 people.
Yeah.
Why the $65 million jet? I guess it's jets, that he's asking for is great for long distance riding.
Now, here's my question on that whole jet thing. Let's say he does get the jet. Who's going to pay for the maintenance of the jet, for the fuel of the jet? Is he going to keep asking the congregation to support that? That's where, fine, he wants a plane. But what about the support, the man hours to maintain the plane, the garage for the plane, the licenses for the plane, the pilot? Because last time I checked, is he a pilot?
No.
Okay, then what about that? People got to think about that. $65 million, yeah, that might be the plane. But what about the rest? You got to get gas. You got to get a license. You got to get a pilot. You got to get a crew. What about that? What about that question?
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you got to look. I mean, I remember I was going to chart a private jet to pick up one of the bands I used to manage back in the day. Literally, it was to fly them in from Ohio into Florida. Small jet. You know how much it was going to run with the pilot picking them up, the private airport, and dragging them back one way. One way, granted, one way. You know how much it would cost? $10,000.
Wow.
Okay.
And that was a normal plane? Nothing like that?
Yeah, it's just a private plane. That means it's like 6 to 8 people, private jet pick you up. I mean, if you ever flew a private jet, I mean, that's the way to travel. Once you do it, I think you get spoiled and you go, wow, because you can leave when you want to leave.
True.
And you just, I did it once. I had, someone pick me up in Lakeland, here where the studio is at, flew me into Nashville, and I go, wow, this is the way to do it, but I can't afford to do that.
No.
It was because the guy owned the plane. He picked me up because I'll just tell you what, I'll pick you up and we'll go up to Nashville that way. And I was like, awesome. So, I don't understand. I'm not bashing Creflo Dollar by any means. I just don't understand why in the world you would ask your congregation for $65 million to buy this plane. Actually, 60, my bad. But it cost $65 million to purchase the plane.
Yeah.
It's just borderline ridiculous. There's so many other needs here in the United States as well.
That's what I was going to go off for.
Yeah. The homeless rate's unreal. And, they probably do a lot for the community, but go get yourself, and I'm sure he's got money, with his books and stuff. Go buy yourself a $500,000 plane and go travel in style that way. But don't ask your congregation for that. No. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Jesus said you need a plane.
No, you don't. You know what? If Jesus really wants him to have a plane, he'll get him that plane.
Yes.
No need to ask for it, right?
Exactly.
He
needs to go back and pray on that one.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Is this caller ready to go?
Why don't you try to pick it up from your end?
Okay.
I'll disconnect my end.
All right. There we go.
All right, go for it and see if he comes up.
Higgs, you there? Higgs?
I don't think he could hear us.
All right, let me do something here.
You go do that, and I'll bring up the next story. Since we're talking about planes, I love planes. One of the reasons I went to the Air Force was because of planes, but come to find out that the military has a height requirement, and lots of them have none of that. So here we have this plane. It's called the.
Oh my gosh! That looks like a butt. What are you showing nudity on this show or something?
I like that picture. actually.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do. It looks like a big round butt.
Well, that's the picture that they have on the story. That's the main picture. And the reason I think they have the main picture is because of that, because it looks like a big old butt.
For the people listening to audio, it's just looks like this big beach ball. It looks like a butt.
Actually, what was that Ghostbuster guy?
Yeah, Mr. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, it looks like Marshmallow's butt. But anyways, here's the real here's a real picture. It's a side picture. It's called the Airlander 10. Now, the Airlander 10 is a hybrid air vehicle. It was supposed to be used by the military. It's 302 feet long and it's helium. Now, that vehicle, the call of the vehicle, is 3 vehicles. It's an airplane, it's a helicopter, and part blimp.
Wow.
It is the world's biggest aircraft. Now, it's over London. Like I said, it was supposed to go for the military, for the army.
Yeah.
London. But the problem happened is they ran out of money. So the UK picked it up for $3.4 million. That translates to $5.1 million in American. Now, it's pretty cool. It looks like Captain, we were talking about it earlier, the Angelina Jolie movie. I forgot the name of it. But it says that it should be over the skies at 2016.
Wow.
It's humongous. You guys, I'll tweet a picture out. CNN is also covering this one. But it looks amazing. They have pictures of the guy inside. You know, it has multiple uses.
It's huge.
It's huge. You know, it could fit, I don't say it'll fit a couple people, but it'll be going to Pasadena, California at the NASA laboratory. So once it goes airborne, make sure if you're on the West Coast, make sure you be on lookout for that one. I'm excited about that. I love those kind of planes.
Let me try to grab this. There's another call coming in. Let me
All right,
try to grab this one. Hey, you're on the Jeff Adams Show. Who's this? Hello. Hello. Well, you know what? We're going to get back. I'm going to reboot the system here.
All righty. And here comes my other story. I'm sorry. Again, I love planes and I love all this crazy stuff happens in the air. Eagles. I love eagles. And
all right, let me try it again. Hey, you're on the Jeff Adams Show. Who's this? Are you there? These dang phone lines. What is going on?
We'll apologize for you guys. If you're calling in, we'll apologize for that.
Hello, are you there?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? This is Jeff Adams. You're on the Jeff Adams Show. Who's this?
Matt.
Matt, how you doing, Matt? What's shaking?
Good.
What's shaking is good?
Yeah.
So what are you up to today, Matt?
Not much, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. It's a Monday. Everything's, in the studio, things are catching on fire and phone lines are not working and all kinds of great stuff's happening. But other than that, it's all good in the hood.
Oh, jeez. I tried to call you last week. I couldn't even get through, man.
Yeah, last week we got a problem, too.
Yeah, the thing is, there's always problems with this stuff, but, we just go with it. And, as long as the radio feed's good, we're good,
Yeah. And if Higgs, if you're listening, looks
all
like
right.
phone works, so you can call back Higgs.
No, Higgs is actually on the line still.
Okay.
We'll get to him next.
Okay.
So, Matt, man, it's good to hear from you, man. You watching much basketball with the brackets going on?
Yeah, man. Totally.
Who do you have? Who do you have that's going to win it all?
Probably Kentucky.
That's what I have in one of my brackets.
Maybe Louisville. Maybe Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I got those guys also winning. Now, what's your score? What do you think of score, the end score for the winning? I put 92-89.
What do you think?
That sounds about right.
Right? That's what I figured. I don't know anything about basketball.
Now, here's the thing. This is what I think, Matt. And Roger Cox is a good, big Kentucky basketball guy. And now if I was a Kentucky fan, I would probably want my team to lose one game just to fill it. Because, once you're in the tournament, you can't lose that game and learn from it. You're gone. So these guys better.
so hilarious.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
They're entertaining.
I just like everything about it.
The Jeff Adams Show.
Fair airtime, and once we just debate normally, you know, like I said, I always like to lay out the rules of no cursing, since we are on a family radio, and go for it. Radio's all yours.
Okay. Well, first I want to start by Kris himself. The man, he's a well-known liar. There's a list of 5 things he lied about. The most famous thing that he lied about was punching out Governor Jesse Ventura, ex-governor Jesse Ventura. He lied, said he shot dozens of looters from a tower. Said he shot 2 men who tried to carjack him. He lied and said he found a weapon of mass destruction in Iraq. And he lied and said that he donated 100% of his book profits.
Okay.
Now, I want to go from that, transition from that. So in the American Sniper movie, the good guys who are supposed to be the U.S. invade someone else's country. And I want to stop right there. Let me jump in and say that I am a veteran. I did 4 years in the Navy on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, I seaman on an aircraft carrier.
What did you do?
Don't tell me thank you for my service. I don't want to hear that.
Oh no, I understand. I'm a veteran too, so I'm not. I'm not gonna.
That we need to get away from.
I'm not gonna do that. But I asked you this: what did you do in the while you were serving?
Interior communications. I worked on the flight deck and made sure that they have communications plus, the film where the jets are taking off.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty cool job.
Like the footage that you see.
Yeah,
I was responsible for taking care of that.
Oh, that's
and
a pretty
also
cool
the
job.
Platform.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So the good guys, America, invade somebody else's country, refer to the natives as savages, and then uses superior technology to murder them by the thousands. Now, where have we heard that before? That's the same thing that basically happened to the Native Americans.
Okay.
And I say the only difference between a terrorist and a patriot is where you call home. Now, people get indoctrinated by saying, oh, we're fighting for freedom. And you know what? I used to be under that same spell. And you got to think about it is indoctrination. We grow up in the schools. We sing a pledge of allegiance to the flag. Now, let somebody disrespect that flag, our cognitive dissonance kicks in, and we're ready to go off the handle and defend that flag, even in the wrong. And these wars, it's finally come out. These guys are out and open. Now, it used to be they used to do their work up under the cover of night and secrecy and veil. These guys are out in the open now. So it's not about freedom. They don't care about freedom. And let's say hypothetically it was about freedom. With the way police brutality is going on in this country, who wants that kind of freedom anyway? You know, they can't be hating us for our freedom now.
Well, Higgs, this is Jeff Adams. Let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on, who do you think exactly runs the country? Because I have my theories. I have my theories that really, I almost was saying this the other day, that I feel like the president of the United States is almost kind of like what they have in England. They have, they have the king and queen, or the prince, and it's almost kind of like a showmanship of, hey, this is our king and queen, but they really have no power. Do you feel like our president and the way our system's set up that it's just a mirage?
Yeah, pretty much a mirage. But he does have the power, but using that power would come with consequences. As
right.
You see, like in JFK, John F. Kennedy.
Right.
It came with consequences in using that power. The president has used his powers, but it wasn't for the people. And
right.
The government isn't for the people. And I believe corporations are what have the powers. The corporations who give the money to the lobbyists, who buy the congressmen, and it's all a big money game. And like I said, it is a mirage. So, and the only way is things have got to get so bad that people have got to fight back. And I have to say, the state of America today is pretty bad. I mean,
I think we both agree on that one. And here's I want to take out one of your things is that I agree with you. Freedom is not about going into a country and, making a parking lot. And I don't believe in that. I served 2 wars. I did not agree on any of the wars that I went to. But here's the thing where I want to, the reason that I, wanted you to call into the show is that, Kris, Kyle, me, and you probably yourself, we did things in the military that we did not agree on. And we had to do it because it was our duty. And the reason that I believe that the whole Kris Kyle thing, got me a little upset, it got me upset, was because, yes, we have all this evidence, so-called evidence against him, but, the person is dead. Kris Kyle is dead. He did what he did for his country, even if we did not agree on it. He served his country, and that was what I was trying to get up to you. The actions might have not been the actions that we wanted him to do, but he served his country, and that was what I was trying to get to you understand that yes, he might have done things bad, things that that we don't know if in the eyes of God they were good or bad. But one thing that we know, and that he served his country. In my book, he served honorably, even if he killed those people. Because I bet you, as a person, and he had PTSD, I have PTSD. I saw combat, he saw combat. And we can't judge a person of what he's going to do without even going through that combat situation. Now, that was the only reason that I wanted to hear your case on that, because here we're challenging the man's content, where he's not here to defend himself. And that was the only thing. Yes, he did bad things. According to a lot of people, he did bad things. But why remember him for the bad things and not remember him for the good things that he did? That it is that he served his country and that was the reason I wanted you to come in. Now, I understand this country is in bad shape. We don't know who's in charge. Sadly, I was in all support for this president, but right now, this country is going literally, and I agree with you. The country is going a bad road, and it's good that we have people that are outspoken like you, me, and Jeff. Even if we don't disagree on the little thing, but one thing that I see that we could agree on was that this country is going down a bad path. And people like you, me, and Jeff need to unite ourselves and be like, hey, this country going a bad path. What can we do on the things that we agreed on and change this country for the better? Because what happened in the past already happened in the past. We can't change the past at all. But what we could do is we could learn from our mistakes, and let's not repeat a Holocaust. Let's not repeat a Afghanistan. Let's not repeat a Iraq war. So now that we're on the same page, and let's not even repeat a Ferguson or killing people on the streets. We can't do that anymore. What can we do? And here's my question to you, Higgs. What can we do now that me and you and Jeff probably on the same page that this country is going down a bad path? What can we do to fix this country, to make it better as people, not as a government? Because this is my belief. We don't need to turn to government at all times. We need to turn to each other. So as people, what can we do to change this country for the better?
I think the first thing is to start asking questions, because so many people will hear a thought that was given to them by somebody else, and they will blindly accept that thought as fact, and they will defend that thought with their lives. And I think everything should be up for the test of questions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like nationalism. I think nationalism is the softcore version of racism.
Okay.
I mean, what's the difference between me and a Canadian, or me and an Iraqi, or me and somebody from anywhere?
So we could agree on that we're all people.
It's the same difference between me from NYC and somebody from New Jersey. I mean, there's really no difference between the common folk.
Exactly. So what you're saying is that we are all people. Doesn't matter what color we are, correct? Or what nationality we come from.
These borders, these flags, they're all imaginary vices of control.
Yeah, I would agree on that.
Yeah, we all agreed on that. And here's the thing too, and I agree with you. We need to start, questioning everything, and and you probably got that too in the military. I was in the Air Force, so I got taught to question everything. Yes, I will do what you say, but my voice will not be, stopped because you are higher ranking than me. Now, here's the problem, and you're probably going to agree with me. You're going to agree with me on this, is that here's the problem that we have going on, is that we are spoon-fed by social media. No, I'm sorry, not social, by the mainstream media, and we eat what they give us. Am I correct?
You're absolutely correct. The mainstream media, I think at this point, is a poison, and it all goes back to greed and money and who's owning and pushing the narratives. And it took a lot of work for me myself to find news sources that I trust, which currently are down to Russia Today and the Turks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anything else, I don't know MSN, no MSNBC, no Fox, none of that. I don't even watch the local news because they push a certain narrative of propaganda that they're paid to. There's a YouTube clip, and it goes across the country, and it shows all the news stations saying word for word the same story. I mean, exactly word for word.
Right.
And how can you trust that?
Yeah.
You really can't.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
Higgs, thanks for calling in. We got to go to break. That was an excellent phone call. Thanks for Higgs calling in the show. And we will be back after this.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It is the best station.
Listen to J.A. Creative.
Hey world, it's 6:34 a.m. and I'm just about to start my morning run.
For thousands of years, stories have been told. Funny, sad, thrilling, touching. Each story has been told by a different person who's given it a unique flavor, their own voice. Times have changed, we've changed, but everyone still wants to be heard. Now it's your turn to share your stories with the world with your own voice. Introducing Hear Me Out, the new way to share the real you.
Join with me on Hear Me Out app, where you could be featured on The Jeff Adams Show with Hear Me Out. Just use hashtag The Jeff Adams Show and ask us anything you want, and we might play your audio clip live on the air every single week. That's hashtag The Jeff Adams Show on Hear Me Out app. Ask us anything, and we might play your clip live on the air. So join the revolution at Hear Me Out.
So hilarious.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
They're entertaining.
I just like everything about it.
Boy, that gets me every time. It's been one of those days, man.
Oh, it's good. We're trying to get back in the flow. That's all it is.
That's what it is.
We're rusty from last Wednesday.
We are rusty. It's going to take a lot of getting in shape and figuring all that stuff out. I mean, the stupid live stream box keeps going out, for one thing. All I'm thinking about during the show, trying to pay attention, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to edit show. That's all I'm really thinking about.
We apologize for the people watching on the live stream.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, that's the whole thing of doing live broadcasting. You're going to run into problems.
You know what I think is, if I don't know if you remember a time this morning, the Blaze also have problems at the 6 o'clock show in the morning. So I think it's just spilling over for us.
It happens, man. It happens. At least we got the phone lines up. I had to reboot that, and it was good to go. But
so you ready for the bird?
Yeah, man. Let's check out this bird.
Yeah.
Interesting thing, man. Chris found this. Well, we'll just have to show it. I mean,
yeah,
Chris.
I'll put it out. You could talk. I'll talk.
Talk. I mean, for the people listening on the radio, we'll break it down for you real quick. Basically, there's this. You can find it online.
I'll tweet it out, like I said.
Yeah. And there's this eagle. It was
in Dubai.
Dubai has this GoPro camera attached to its head, and this footage is really spectacular. And he is looking for his trainer. But you'll have to go see this online. So we'll talk about it. But for those listening, you can't see it. But those watching, you can see it. So let's get to that clip real quick. It's really cool.
So like I said, what they did in Dubai, they actually attempt of a world record. So what they did, they put a GoPro camera or a camera on top of the eagle. They released it on the tallest building made by mankind in Dubai. So as if you guys on the radio, you see right now, they just released the eagle. Now it goes to the feed on top of the eagle.
It's amazing.
Now, here you can see how amazing God's creation is. I'm sorry, I gotta get all biblical on this because look at the way the bird is flying. Now, right now you can't see people. Think about this, Jeff. You can't see any person out there.
No, you can't. You just see the
you
buildings.
You can see just
and
buildings.
The
Now,
clouds and
the bird is looking for his trainer. That is amazing, and you could tell. The news Riddick was actually the one that posted this video.
He's clapping and trying to clap to get the eagle to
and you
pay
can see
attention.
that the eagle's head will turn side to side while the body still maintain its course. And it's just amazing video of just the bird looking. And you can see, of course, the bird has the eyes on the side, so it has to turn his head and looking. And it's about a 2-minute video of just amazing flight. And if you're watching this, you guys probably amazed by it. And again, I'll tweet this out at RC_Kris, hashtag the Jeff Adams Show. I'll tweet this right after the show so you guys could watch it. Again, the trainer is on the floor clapping and making noises, and the bird is still looking for it. Now, I've never been to Dubai, but from all these captures, I really want to go. Look at that view of that beautiful building on top.
Yeah,
and right there,
nosedive there.
Nosedive, found the trainer. And if you think about it, I never saw that red spot until he did that nosedive.
But those on the radio, I mean, you got to go check this out later and watch this video. I mean, we can't do a very good play-by-play, any justice of the sight on this. I mean, you know what a GoPro camera looks like. You've probably seen footage, but just imagine it on top of an eagle's head flying over Dubai, looking for his trainer. Just an amazing piece of footage there. That's just, one of those amazing things when you have technology, GoPro cameras, the things you can do.
Yep. And just to give you guys some facts about it, the bird got released at 2,717 feet at the tallest building in the world. And it found the trainer, and it got some amazing footage. Amazing footage. And I believe that's all the stories I brought. Now, you brought some crazy stories.
Yeah, I brought a couple stories here on Monday, first Monday of the Jeff Adams Show. I don't think it's my officially first Monday of the Jeff Adams Show ever. We used to do them on Mondays back in the day when we first started. Oh, we got another phone call. Look at there. Let's grab this call real quick. Hey, you on the Jeff Adams Show? Who's this? Hello.
This is Bubba from Birmingham.
Oh, my goodness.
I should expect that call.
It's Bubba Bo Beard. Let's
How you doing, Cone? That's your street name, Cone.
I'm doing fine, man. I'm a little down today. I'm not gonna lie, man. But first, let's get to business, man. Every time you call, you deserve your Bubba Bo Beard theme song. Here we go. The comedy stylings of Bubba Bo Beard. When you're a long-time caller, you deserve your own theme song, Bubba.
Exactly.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm just up. Well, I would be up dancing if I didn't have my coffee in hand.
Well,
why don't you get burned?
Just say your street name is Cone.
Okay.
I see Rags is there today.
Yeah, it's just both of it.
Where's Stumps and Olive?
They can come in from time to time during the week. Now that we're going, 5 days a week, they're going to come in when they can come in because, they got other responsibilities, jobs, and whatnot. So there you go.
Hey, I was watching that bird.
Yeah,
What'd you think of it?
It reminds me of my son when he's looking for my wallet. that head side to side to side.
Where's Daddy's wallet?
That's exactly what came to my mind.
You get claps for that one. That was good.
That was a good one.
Well, I do have some bad news, man.
What's the bad news?
Well, I got some good news and some bad news.
All right, well, give us the bad news first. I need some good news.
Well, the bad news is, the good news is I had some blood work done last week.
Yeah.
The bad news is my DNA is missing a vowel.
Oh, my goodness. Did you practice that one in
So
front
I
of the
might
mirror?
be part alien or something.
Aliens.
I may be part alien. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for Vanna White. I've been looking for Vanna White. I need to buy a Val.
I think we've all been looking for Vanna White at some point, if you know what I'm saying.
Man, I tell you what, I think your system today was built in Mississippi the way it's acting.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's the Mondays. The kids of the Mondays. We all
What's
get
wrong with it?
I don't know what the matter with it is. It's just, I don't know. I mean,
it's live radio, Bubba. That's what it is.
And, you know, it was one of those days like, man, do I even want to do a show today? And you know, it just, everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. You know, it's crazy, but we just went with it, and here we are.
Well, you know, I think it's those solar flares.
The solar flares?
Elaborate on that.
Uh-huh.
I need more information. That you just can't just say.
Or something.
Chemtrails too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one day. I did some research on that. I found this lady that I'm going to actually book on the show to really discuss about chemtrails. She did some research, and don't want to get into it today, but it's pretty interesting stuff of what she had to say about chemtrails. So I'm going to book her on the show and get her on the show.
Well, y'all got my ire up a little while ago.
Why?
Talking about the military.
All right, what are your thoughts on the military? What was said?
Okay, now I didn't serve in the war, but I watched Vietnam on TV.
Okay.
Still having flashbacks.
Okay.
But the thing about it is no flags, no borders, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's exactly what Vladimir Putin's thinking right now. He doesn't want borders except the ones he wants to take over.
Okay.
That's exactly what Saddam Hussein wanted when he went into Kuwait and would have gone into Saudi Arabia. He didn't believe in borders.
Right.
And I also take issue with the fact that, you know, this country, I woke up this morning, nice house, warm, watch TV programs I want to, and people complain so much about the United States of America that it's getting to the point that we will defeat ourselves from within.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yep.
Well, you know, it's getting crazy. I mean, you know, we were, you know, going to talk about Christopher Cornell, you know, and it's insane. But you know what? More than ever before, we have been so divided. I mean, I think I wasn't around with my gray hairs and my beard. Probably some people would think I was around during Civil War days, but I wasn't around then.
What?
But I can imagine that it is a lot worse than it was during the Civil War days because this country is so divided in so many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be politically correct all the time to make sure you don't step on people's toes or offend somebody. It's just a very awkward time to be living in the United States. Yes, I am thankful for my freedoms. I am very thankful for what I have. But in reality, when is it all going to disappear? When is the bottom going to fall out of the United States? Because if we don't pull it together here very, very soon, there's not going to be a United States. And I won't have the ability to turn on and do a, talk show. I won't have the ability because there is so much going on and we're just, we want to put blinders over our eyes. I like to laugh a little bit, but today is a serious day. We're talking about serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And America needs to wake up. We really need to wake up and really take a look at our surroundings and really get involved more than ever before to get involved with what's going on, the choices that are being made for us through our government. You brought up chemtrails. That's for one. What's going on with that? No one wants to speak about it, but Mondays are going to be serious days, Chris, on the Jeff Adams Show.
I think so too, and it's good that we're having that interaction with our audience because we want to know what you guys think. This is a platform.
Good point, Chris. Hey, we got Mr. Rogers on the phone. What's going on? How are you?
What is going on in the lair of the mighty Jeff Adams?
A bunch of technical difficulties as usual.
That's all right. That's all right. Like you summed it up the best earlier. I mean, that's the way it is when you go live, man. You know that.
Yeah, but everything's, we'll get it all straightened out. I mean, the video feed keeps going out on our stream, but the radio's still, going through, which is good, which is really what matters at this point. But we'll get it cranking. It's just we're doing a political, news Monday, getting a little real with it, and having a good time doing it. What's going on with you?
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't want to keep you from your audience. Just want to give you a big shout out, and everybody in the sound of my voice, tune in Monday through Friday and listen to Jeff Adams and the whole gang live.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, you actually did pick us up at your Rogers neighborhood. So we
Mr. Rogers'
that.
neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. We appreciate that, sir.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is open for business, by the way, Monday through Friday at 1 o'clock, just so you know.
Hey, it's open all the time, though. You're a 24-hour FM station.
Well, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, there you go. See? 98.5, West Virginia. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
All right, guys. You guys have a good evening.
All right, you too, man. Thanks for calling in.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got about 12 more minutes. I'm gonna get this story. We got to get to this story.
I want to hear that story.
Yeah. So speaking of planes, beginning the show with Creflo Dollar, shocking footage emerged. A woman on a plane lit up a cigarette on a plane and tried to blame the man that sat next to her. And when questioned by the flight attendants, she pointed at the person like
like a little kid.
Like the kid lit up.
Like a little kid. I'm going to play it.
Play that clip real quick. Right. Yeah. She lights up this cigarette. And those listening on the radio, there's this lady. She's on a plane. She lights up a cigarette on the plane. And with the laws of, the United States, you cannot smoke on a plane. I guess the video's not working, so we're okay with that. We'll go with the picture. But you can't light up. I mean, if you put that picture back up, that might help.
Yeah.
But she lit up a cigarette, and someone, obviously recorded this on video and posted it to YouTube, and they were like screaming to the flight attendants. Is there a flight attendant? There's a flight attendant, and basically all the lady did disrespect. She put it in a tin can, a Coke can, and put it out quickly. And then the flight attendant goes, "Were you smoking?" And then the lady looks over and just points at the boy sitting by the window like he was doing it.
That's what kills me with this story, is that she points out at the person that's sitting next to her. It's like, he did it.
Yeah, it's just, if you get a chance, look for it. Just, Google, Google or...
That's what I actually did. I just Googled lady lights up cigarette.
It's just bizarre that's so bad that your addiction causes you that I don't know if she got arrested or what went on. She hit it before the flight attendant got there, but you had to smell the smoke. You had to smell it.
Yeah.
There's no denying that. But I mean, was that lady, it didn't say in the article if she got any, charges pressed on her.
I'm actually reading it. It doesn't say anything about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, did she get kicked off? I've seen people get kicked off the plane for, stupid things. But when you stress that it's against the law and you'll, face charges, what's up with that? Get her kicked out. Your addiction makes you light up on the plane before you're taking off. Are you serious? It's unreal. But if you get a chance to check out that video footage, go do it. I mean, it's
funny.
It's a good laugh. But if I was on the plane, I'd be ticked.
Yeah, especially nowadays. You smell smoke. What's the first thing that's going to come to your mind? It's not a cigarette.
Yeah, something's wrong with the plane.
You could cause chaos in there.
Yeah, but the difference between smoke and cigarette smoke. I hate cigarette smoke smell. Like there's certain brands of cigarette smoke I can take and go. Reminds me of the back of the days when I would smoke. I'm like, that smells pretty good. But there's other ones I'm just going, that is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Marlboro Reds.
I used to smoke Marlboro Reds.
Oh, I thought those were the disgusting one.
Well, I used to smoke them, and there's other ones, but some of them just really disturb me, and they blow the smoke in your face, and I don't know. I'd be very heated if I was on a plane and someone did that.
You know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of the Seinfeld episode with Kramer. Starts up that whole when they try to ban cigarettes on the restaurant, and then he brings all the smoker into his room, and he gets like 3 years worth of nicotine, and he gets all like old, crusty, and try to sue this cigarette company.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's see. That's
what she said.
No, that's not what she said.
No, I don't think that one applies to that one.
No, it's
How did you do it? Who are you people?
That's Jerry. Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah, I miss Seinfeld.
That was a good show.
It was a very good show.
10 years of awesome.
So we talked about the seed. I still got to do my seed for the bracket. I mean, you already got yours prepped up. Did you cheat and go by some ESPN analysis of what they picked?
No, this is what I did. I basically went by mascots. I did 3 different brackets. The first one was by mascot. Who will win in a mascot fight? Then the second one I did by there's one that says random, and then there's another one that says by the numbers. So I did 3 of them. So I got one done by mascots, the other one's by the numbers, and the other one was just random. So that's what I did.
I got to do mine. When does the tournament start? This weekend?
Yes, the 19th, I believe.
Yeah, so I got to get mine in. I wonder if Hank and Nicole got theirs done.
No, because I looked on the website that we did together. No, I haven't done it.
Everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sleeping too. I got to get on it, but I got other things to do, other things that are more priority, but I will definitely do it because it's a competition. And then our last story, obviously, Christopher Cornell was arrested in January for planning to attack Washington, D.C. in the name of ISIS. He accused terrorists is speaking out and offers a chilling message. He basically said, we are pretty strong. And this is what he's quoting about ISIS actually in the United States. He says, we are pretty strong, he said. Yes, in every state. Like I said, we are in Texas. We are in Ohio. We are in New York. We are in Washington, D.C. We are in every single state you can think about. And it's just scary to hear that. And I can't remember the reporter's name. Let me see if I can pull her name up, who she reported. She actually called in.
Oh, yes. It was on Fox.
It was in Fox, Cincinnati, Fox 19.
Fox 19 now.
WX, IX TV. And let me see if I can pull her name up so I can give her credit. Because she actually called in and talked to him. It was just very chilling. If you get a chance, look that up. Listen to his conversation with this reporter. And what we've been through with 9/11 and what we've been through as a country, you would think that when we hear things like this, we'd be on guard.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems like with ISIS going on overseas, we're looking at that like, well, that's not us. That's not us. That's not us. That's what we always thought until 9/11 hit us. And then, whoa, wait a minute. Hello, this is real. This happened to us. And now look at what's going on. I mean, this guy is giving clear warning that ISIS is in the United States. And that's what a caller earlier, Hicks, that called in. Was that his name, Hicks?
Yeah, Higgs.
Yeah, Higgs. I called him Hicks. Higgs, excuse me. You're still watching. I apologize.
He is. He's on the chat room.
Yeah. I don't know. Where is this country going? Where are we going? It is so scary. We're just driven certain stories. You don't understand. You don't understand. You want to understand. I remember right before 9/11, I was over in Europe. In Europe, I think when I was over in Europe, a bomb, we had a spy plane that went down in China, and we wanted to get it back, and China said, no. And I remember the European newsers, I was watching the news over there, and they took the streets, and the Europeans hated the United States. They hated us. They go, the United States thinks they can do whatever they want to do. And you know what? It is scary. It is scary because we have that mentality. We feel like we can do whatever we want because we're the United States. And it is very, very scary. We need to get a handle back. The people need to get a handle back on this great country that was formed, over 200 years ago. We need to get back to the formula of what made this country great. And it's just more than ever before, we have to be alert. I know we don't want to. The news is doom and gloom. I don't like the news. But I feel like it's my obligation to tell you guys to say, hey, I'm a comedy guy. I love comedy. But sometimes you really have to open your eyes and open your ears and find out what's going on and what really matters. Because if you have kids, you have family, you have loved ones, guess what? This is going to affect us. And we need to wake up more than ever before in the United States of America. This is a wake-up call. Maybe that's why I'm so heavy-hearted, is because it's so dark in the United States today. It's very, very dark, and we need to wake up, and we can do it. But we have to do it as people. We just can't be loose just loose about it. We have to be engaged. We have to make the right decisions. We have to get the right people in office. Even though if we don't believe in the system, we have to still believe in the system because that's what's in front of us. But we have to get the right people involved, and we have to vote. Your vote matters. Your vote counts. Don't ever think that your vote doesn't matter. I used to think that, I'm not going to vote because it's all fixed anyways. But guess what? We get the right people, we're going to start a revolution, and things are going to change little by little, and we're going to make a big difference and make changes. And if you have faith in God, it has a lot to do with it. But, the bigger picture is, God wins. Bad doesn't.
Exactly.
And not to say that the United States is based off God. I think we're so far off from God, and we need to get back to the heart of God more than ever before in this great country, the United States. Because in the end result, it has nothing to do with us and our abilities and our technologies and what we can do, our finances. It has everything to do in surrendering to God and let God be God, because guess what? In the end, God wins. And I think that wraps up the show for today. I think we landed on a good note at the end.
Yes, we did.
So we'll be doing this again tomorrow, Tuesday. But if you've watched and listened, we appreciate it. This is going to be a fun roller coaster ride, doing this every day now. A lot to be learned, and we'll learn a lot from other people calling in. And it's great. The show's about you guys and spreading, information, comedy, making you feel good. And even when you're down, we try to make you feel good. But the end result, let's stay positive and let's make a difference. Thanks for watching The Jeff Adams Show.